Hey there, we're about to dive into one of the absolute biggest domains for the CAPM exam, project management planning. We're going to look at the key concepts, see how they all snap together, and give you a sneak peek of the kind of structured thinking you need to absolutely nail it.
So let's start with a big question. A lot of people getting into project management think planning is pretty much just building a schedule, lining up tasks, setting deadlines. But is that really all there is to it? Let me tell you, the CAPM exam is going to go way, way deeper than that.
Because in reality, that schedule, it's just one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. Real project planning is all about integration. It's the engine that connects every single part of your project. Cost, risk, quality, you name it. And understanding that connection, well, that's the secret to passing.
So, what's the biggest tripwire for CAPM candidates? It's not just memorizing a bunch of definitions. The real challenge, and what the exam is actually designed to test, is whether you can apply those concepts to what's happening in a real-world scenario.
We see people struggle with the exact same things time and time again. They can tell you the definition of risk, but they can't see how a new risk totally blows up the schedule. They know what a milestone is, but they don't connect it to how they'll need to allocate resources. The exam tests if you see the whole system, not just the individual pieces.
And that leads us to this foundational idea, integration. You've got to see how every single planning decision sends ripples across the entire project. Let's try a quick scenario, see what you think.
Okay, think about it. The schedule is locked in, but suddenly a new risk pops up. Your supplier might be late. So what's the first domino to fall? What's the first thing you have to go back and look at? Is it the budget? Scope? Resources? The answer here really shows if you get how all these things are connected.
And what's great is you can see it right here. A change in one area, say a new risk or a procurement issue, almost always forces you to adjust something else, like the schedule and the cost. This idea that everything is connected is a core concept that gets tested in all sorts of ways.
All right, let's build on that. Good planning isn't just about thinking. It's about having the right documents in place to guide the work, make sure the quality is there, and handle all the curveballs that come your way. So here's another classic exam-style problem. The team finished something, but it's not good enough. So where did things go wrong? See, a reactive manager just tries to fix the broken deliverable, but a proactive planner would have had something in place to prevent this from ever happening. How?
The answer is all about the quality management plan. And this isn't just some document you file away. It's a strategy. It's where you define exactly what quality means for your project and lay out the steps you'll take to make sure you actually hit that standard.
Let's do another one. You're in a planning meeting and someone brings up a good point. Hey, if the cost of materials goes up, we're going to blow our budget. This is a classic risk, a potential problem in the future. So where do you officially write that down so you can track it and manage it?
That's exactly what the risk register is for. It's basically your central command for every potential risk. And you don't just write down the problem. You analyze how bad it could be, and you start thinking about how to handle it before it happens. It turns all that uncertainty into an action plan.
Okay, get ready, because this next one is a crucial distinction that trips a lot of people up. Your team is mapping out the how. How we're going to do the work, how we'll track progress, how we'll handle changes. What's the name of that big, comprehensive document they're putting together?
So here's the bottom line. The project management plan is all about how you're going to execute the project. The product management plan is about the entire life cycle of the thing you're creating. The CAPM exam will absolutely expect you to know the difference. One is about the how and the other is about the what and why for the long haul.
All right, so we've talked about some of the big plans. Now let's dig into the tools you'll be using day to day to keep the project on track and make sure everyone's on the same page.
So imagine your project has hundreds of tasks. Your sponsor does not have time to go through every single one. They just want the high-level update. Are we hitting our big targets? What tool do you use to show them those key achievements?
That's where you use milestones. A milestone isn't a task. It has zero duration. It's just a marker in time, a significant event like design phase complete or beta version launched. They are absolutely essential for showing progress and keeping your stakeholders happy.
Great project planning isn't just about having a strong start. It's about finishing clean. A truly successful project has a plan for the entire life cycle, all the way to the very end.
And here's our last scenario. The project is done. The new software is built. But now, the IT operations team has to take it over and support it. A messy handoff can completely ruin an otherwise successful project. So, What part of planning is all about making that transition seamless? That is the whole point of the project closure phase, which, believe me, gets overlooked in planning way too often.
And this really pulls it all together, doesn't it? Planning isn't just checking off boxes on a list. It's a strategic act. It's about weaving all these different threads, resources, risks, quality, schedule, into one unified strategy to get you to the finish line.
And that is the absolute key. It's not about memorizing definitions. It's about putting yourself in these scenarios over and over, so you can actually see these connections in action, just like you will on exam day.
So let's be super clear. Our goal isn't to turn you into a walking dictionary of project management terms. That's not what gets you certified.
The real goal is to turn you into a decision maker. We train you to look at a situation, see the principles at play, and pick the most effective path forward, because that's what the CAPM exam is truly testing.
And always remember this, the exam isn't trying to trick you. It's trying to see if you think like a great project manager. And the best answer is always the one that's grounded in smart, integrated planning and control. Thanks for checking out this preview from Exam Coaches. We hope it helps you on your journey.